Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here, and I first of all apologize for not going live all week, but chemo's just super busy sometimes, and it's hard to do it. So I wanted to take this opportunity on New Year's Eve to talk about your goals, the progression, and specifically about two traits that I've learned over the last year that you really need to have, but you probably don't expect. Right. So two different traits that you need, but that you don't expect to bring you success, happiness, predominantly happiness. I would say it's not even about success, right? Happiness is success in my book. So first of all, just say good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS. We are coming at you from chemo number 5. We are almost done. So little Win John has about 20 minutes left of his 5th chemotherapy, and then we're done with our 3rd round of this brand, the clofarabine, and we have 9 more rounds after this, 1 a month for 5 days. So that's where we are at, but this is what it looks like, you guys. He wants to watch movies today. We played some games, and that's pretty much every day. Every day's a little unique, but he's feeling awesome. I mean, a little barfs, but whatever. Okay, so the two different traits that I learned this last year, right? The first one is going to be flexibility, right? Flexibility, because especially like as you're here today, right? Like you might be setting New Year's goals where you're like, okay, this is really what I want to accomplish. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this with this relationship. I'm going to quit this. I'm going to start this. And you think it's going to look a certain way. And you want it to look a certain way, right? You, in your mind, you have a very specific path that you see this year going. And that's great, you guys. I'm not saying not to have that vision, but understand that your journey for happiness along it is going to require flexibility. So the first trait that you might not expect for happiness in 2023 or any year, right, is going to be to have flexibility with whatever happens, right? Now with that, I want to pair it with another unique trait that you might not be thinking of when you're like, oh, what things do I want to work on this year? Like, right, like patience and tenacity and, communication. None of those. I mean, those are great too. But the second trait is your awareness. And I think this one's really interesting. And I think it's one that goes overlooked most often, especially in the noise that we live in currently, right? We're continuously occupied. Our mind, our space, our flow around us, right, is so occupied with so much noise that we don't take time to become aware of what's around us. And the reason I paired those two together, and I'll compare it to my year before or after this, right, is that when life throws you different curveballs, right? And I'm not saying anybody's going to have the curveball that we did in 2022, but maybe 2023, you're looking for a certain thing in your career and it offers you the opportunity for redistribution. Maybe you're removed from your job, right? Maybe a relationship that you wanted to pursue harder ends up ending. Maybe a group of friends that you wanted to pursue ends up not being the right group. So there's so many different things where you want to have the flexibility within it, right? But having the awareness piece supports you in, yes, buddy. Do you want to say hi to my friends? Want to say hi? Say good morning, sunshine. You're tired now. In being aware of the different opportunities that are around you and acknowledging that there's not one path, there's not one story, there's not one way that your life is meant to go. Although you might think it's so, and you might try to write it as such, there are so many different ways your life can transform and mutate and become that could be better than anything you've ever thought or seen, right? So come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, lay up, mama. How you doing? Huh? What's the matter? So take into those, consideration as you guys are setting your 2023 goals and you're looking at it, set them, have a plan, have desires, have whatever makes you feel good about those different pieces, right? But also acknowledge that it might not go that way, and that's okay. And ask yourself to slow down and become aware of, you might be so stuck on, I want it to look this way, right? But there's like this continuous knock at your door that, hey, if you just look left or right, there's an opportunity that far exceeds this way, that you would love, but you're not opening your eyes. Okay, final thing is action step, right? So it's like, okay, easier flexibility and awareness. What do I do, right? Flexibility piece, you guys, is just relaxation and breath work when things don't go your way. Acknowledging that it's okay when a detour arrives. And I get it, it might not be easy at first, but just take a deep breath and acknowledge, okay, this is okay. It didn't go the way I was thinking, but could there be something better out there for me, right? The second thing with awareness is slow down. If you can find some quiet time for meditation, for journaling, be aware of the things that you dream about, of the things that you continuously see. Look for the signs that are around you. And I'm talking about physical signs, numbers, animals, like signs and awareness can come to you in all sorts of different ways. And also the simplicity of just not shutting out the idea. This idea keeps coming in your head over and over again. And every time, you don't want me to do good morning, sunshine? Say Bob. You want me to say what? Say bye-bye? Okay, let's stand up here and we'll say bye-bye. So just take the opportunity to be aware of those things. Okay, we're done. Last year, you guys, if anything, I learned a lot. But I learned flexibility and awareness are key to happiness because life can take you on a different journey than you're expecting, right? Can you tell him Happy New Year's Eve? No. No? Do I tell him to do hearts? Yeah. Say, do hearts, friends. Do hearts. Please, friends. All right, you guys, drop your butterflies for Mr. Whitten-John. If you have any goals for this year or examples of flexibility and awareness, let us know on those. And we'll see you in 2023. We're done. We're done. Guys, we're going to go finish chemo. Okay, bye. Oh, bye, friends.